April is National Donate Life Month. It is dedicated to raising awareness about organ and tissue donations. There are two types of donations, living and deceased, and both are absolutely heroic because they both save lives. You're about to meet several Idahoans who have very personal and powerful stories about donations. Maggie O'Mara has their inspiring stories in tonight's 7's Hero.
Sage Heger of Nampa was just 6 years old when she lost her life last summer. She was getting ready to do what she loved the most, go horseback riding. Tragically, Sage was accidentally kicked by a horse. She was rushed to St. Luke's Children's Hospital in Boise, but she never regained consciousness. This little girl was so incredibly loved. Her family was and still is devastated and heartbroken. And in their grief, they made the decision to donate her organs. They wanted Sage to help save other children. They say it's what she would have wanted. People lined the halls at the hospital, and there was an honor walk for Sage. There wasn't a dry eye that day. April is National Donate Life Month, and we talked to Dr. Richard Gilroy with St. Luke's and Intermountain Healthcare about this incredible gift.
Organ Donor Awareness Month.
He says Sage is a true hero.
That's a terribly brave decision, but an important one, because children die on wait lists, and a degree of immortality is obtained by sort of sharing donor organs. They live on for the life of their individuals into whom they go, and those individuals have an impact on other individuals. So yes, their souls live on forever.
Hey everyone, we're about 7 weeks post-transplant.
Jacob Sayre of Boise just had his second heart transplant. He's still recovering in the hospital at Stanford Medical Center.
And Jacob's new heart is doing amazing.
His mom says receiving the gift of a heart twice is nothing short of a miracle.
We are so grateful for people that make the selfless decision to donate, and the loved ones that help with that decision during tragic times.
Last year, 74,000 people were listed for a transplant. Unfortunately, in contrast to that, you're only looking at about 40,000 people receiving a transplant. There's a gap. And the only way to close that gap is by people being aware of the opportunities in donation.
Dr. Gilroy says so many families are faced with this end-of-life decision without knowing their loved one's wishes. That's why talking about it now is so important.
First thing starts with a conversation with your family. Talk about donation.
Let's talk about how many lives can be saved from one deceased donor.
So it saves 9 lives. You can save one person with a heart transplant. You can save 2 people with a liver transplant. You have 2 lungs, you can save 2 people. You have an intestine for someone with intestinal failure who can save their lives. And then finally, we've got 2 kidneys that can also be used, and a pancreas.
As a hepatologist, Dr. Gilroy specializes in liver health. So he often sees people who offer to donate part of their liver to a friend or family member.
But individuals standing up are true heroes. And in no area is that better illustrated than in living donation.
So I met Katie about 10 years ago.
One of those heroes is Jennifer Pierce, a nurse at St. Alphonsus.
We worked together, work friends, and became real good friends, like a little sister to me.
Katie needed a liver transplant, and Jennifer stepped right up to be tested.
About a year ago, she mentioned to me that she needed to look for her own living organ donor, and I was her same blood type.
She was a match.
December 15th, we had surgery in Utah, came back home in January. We're both back at work, doing great, feeling good, and now she's got the rest of her life.
I was almost 3, and they realized that something was wrong.
22-year-old Trajan Kingston has an incredible story to tell, too. He had FSGS, a rare and deadly form of kidney disease. His mom donated her kidney to him when he was 9, but the transplant failed.
And I went on dialysis for 10 years.
In 2021, it was his dad's turn to give him the gift of life, this time in the form of stem cells and a kidney.
Stem cell transplant, it basically put my dad's immune system into me, so the kidney transplant would have a high success rate, which I was the first in the world to do.
He is so grateful to his parents for giving him his life back.
Now we just like to joke around because we all have one kidney.
Trajan is now playing college tennis at Southern Virginia University.
It was always a dream of mine since I was young to play a college sport.
Thanks to his mom and dad, he's living that dream. These are just some of the people who are making a difference and donating and receiving life.
What we see here is the Idaho community in donation are incredibly generous.
What an incredible gift. They are all 7's heroes.
Boy, Maggie got that right. They are all heroes. Here in Idaho, you can learn more about organ donations and register to be an organ donor online. Just go to yesidaho.org to learn more about it, and you can sign up today.